Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Glad to be here.
Today we're going to be doing things a little differently.
Oh, how so?
Well, we're going to be taking a trip to the future.
Sounds fun.
We're going to be looking at the future of online income, specifically in the year 2025.
Right?
And we're going to be basing this on a podcast episode that we found, which predicts the trends for 2025.
Interesting. So kind of a deep dive into a deep dive.
Exactly. And I don't know about you, but I'm really curious about this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, with all the changes happening in the tech world, how people are going to be making money online 5 years from now, it's anyone's guess.
Right. It's all very interesting to think about.
Well, according to this podcast, by 2025, the majority of people earning a living online won't actually be doing it through traditional jobs.
Whoa, really? The majority?
Yeah, the majority. We're talking about a world where freelancing and the gig economy are the norm.
Okay. That's a pretty big shift. But
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense with remote work becoming so common these days.
Exactly. It's just going to be an extension of that.
So what does that mean for these big freelance platforms, like Upwork and Fiverr? Are they just going to be overrun with freelancers?
Well, they'll definitely still be around,
Okay.
but things are going to get a lot more specialized.
Specialized. In what way?
So think niche platforms catering to very specific skills.
Okay, I see.
Like imagine a platform exclusively for marketing gurus,
Well, wow.
or one just for, coding ninjas.
All right, I like that.
Freelancers can really hone their expertise on these niche platforms, and the best part is they can command some serious premium rates for their specialized skills.
Oh, that makes sense. Because if you're the only, underwater basket weaving expert on the planet, then you can basically charge whatever you want, right?
Very much, yeah.
That's really interesting.
And it's not just freelance platforms that are becoming more specialized. The world of content creation is also headed in that direction.
Okay, so you're saying it's not just about churning out, viral videos anymore.
No, not at all.
It's more about, finding a specific audience.
In 2025, it's all about finding your tribe, finding that niche audience who really resonates with what you're putting out there.
So less about casting a wide net, more about really laser focusing in on a specific group of fans.
Exactly.
And I can see how that could be really powerful. But how do creators actually make money from these niche audiences?
That's where digital products come into play.
Well,
Think online courses, ebooks, memberships, all those things that let creators package their knowledge and expertise into something tangible and valuable.
I see.
It's like building your own mini empire around your passion.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're someone with a knack for teaching or, sharing, creating a digital product, could be a goldmine in 2025.
Absolutely.
That's very interesting.
Especially with the rise of microlearning platforms. People are busier than ever these days, so they're looking for bite-sized content that they can consume on the go.
Well, that makes sense.
And that's where these microlearning platforms come in. They offer short, focused courses that fit into people's busy schedules.
So it's like snackable learning.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
Another thing that caught my eye in this podcast episode was this prediction about podcasting becoming a major revenue stream in 2025.
Oh, absolutely. Podcasting is predicted to explode as a way for people with specific expertise to earn real money.
Okay, but why is that?
Well, for one thing, people are consuming more audio content than ever before. With the rise of smart speakers and earbuds, people are listening to podcasts while they commute, while they work out, while they do chores, you name it.
Okay, see.
And if you can carve out a niche in the podcasting world and consistently deliver top-notch content, the sky is the limit. We're talking sponsorships, listener donations, maybe even premium episodes for your diehard fans.
So you're saying if I start a podcast about, say, the history of competitive thumb wrestling, I could potentially be raking in the dough by 2025.
Well, I can't guarantee you'll be swimming in cash, but the potential is definitely there.
Okay.
The key is to find a niche that resonates with you. And this is important, that you can genuinely provide value to your listeners.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
be passionate about it and you got to know your stuff.
Exactly.
That could be that perfect sweet spot, where passion meets profit.
I love that passion meets profit. I'm going to write that down.
Speaking of profit, let's
Yeah.
talk about e-commerce.
Yeah.
I mean, online shopping is already huge, but what kind of changes are in store for 2025?
Get ready for a major e-commerce shakeup.
Oh, really? In what way?
Forget about mass production and generic products in 2025. It's all about niche markets.
Niche markets for e-commerce.
Yeah, we're talking unique, handcrafted goods, curated subscription boxes, and products that cater to specific values and interests.
Okay, so it's like we're going back to the days of the local mom and pop shop, but on a global scale.
Exactly. And this shift towards niche markets is going to have a huge impact on dropshipping.
Dropshipping.
Yeah. In 2025, dropshipping businesses that focus on eco-friendly, locally sourced products are going to have a major advantage.
Okay, so it's not just about convenience anymore. It's about making, mindful choices that align with our values.
Consumers are becoming increasingly conscious of sustainability and ethical sourcing, and they're willing to pay a premium for products that reflect those values.
I see, that makes sense.
And it's not just about the products themselves.
Oh, what else is there?
It's about the entire shopping experience. Data shows that consumers are 70% more likely to buy from brands that align with their personal beliefs.
Whoa, 70%? That's a lot.
It is. So e-commerce is becoming incredibly personalized.
So how does that personalization actually work?
Well, that's where AI comes in.
AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah, AI is going to play a huge role in personalizing the shopping experience.
So like giving us recommendations based on what we like.
Exactly. Imagine getting product recommendations that are tailored to your unique preferences and past purchases, or even having AI-powered chatbots help you find exactly what you're looking for.
Oh, wow. It's like having a personal shopper at your fingertips 24/7.
Pretty much.
That's really cool. And a little creepy at the same time.
Well, yeah, maybe a little,
Yeah.
but you can't deny the convenience factor. And speaking of AI is also going to be a game changer for content creators.
How so?
Well, AI-powered tools can help creators automate tasks, improve the quality of their content, and even come up with new creative ideas.
So it's like having a virtual assistant for your creative process.
Exactly.
Okay, that's pretty amazing.
It is, and it's only going to get more sophisticated in the coming years.
So as AI becomes more powerful,
Mm.
what does that mean for creators in terms of, ownership and control over their work?
That's where NFTs come into play.
NFTs. I thought those were just for digital art and like weird monkey pictures.
Well, NFTs are definitely having a moment in the art world, but their potential goes way beyond that.
Okay, how so?
By 2025, NFTs are predicted to empower creators in a whole new way.
Empower them how?
Imagine musicians offering NFTs that grant lifetime access to their music and exclusive behind-the-scenes content, or authors selling NFTs that unlock bonus chapters and alternate endings to their books.
Whoa, that's really cool.
It gives creators a direct connection with their fans and allows them to monetize their work in a whole new way.
So it's like cutting out the middleman, the record labels, the publishers, all of that.
Exactly. And it's not just about individual creators either.
It's not.
Nope. We're also going to see the rise of decentralized platforms built on blockchain technology.
Blockchain. That's like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, right?
It's all connected.
Okay. But how does blockchain help creators?
These decentralized platforms allow creators to own their content outright, monetize it directly, and build a more equitable and sustainable creative ecosystem.
So it's like a whole new internet for creators, one where they have more control, more ownership, and more potential to earn a living from their work.
Exactly.
That's pretty exciting.
It's a whole new world of possibilities for creators.
Okay, well, I'm a little overwhelmed by all this futuristic talk.
I know it's a lot to take in, but it's important to remember that these are just predictions. No one knows for sure what the future holds, but these trends definitely give us a glimpse into what's possible.
Okay, well, before we go any further, I think we need to take a deep breath and let all this information sink in.
Yeah, I agree.
We've covered a lot of ground already, from the rise of niche markets to the power of NFTs and decentralized platforms.
We have.
But there's still so much more to explore. So join us in part 2, where we'll continue our exploration of the future of online income.
See you there. Welcome back. Glad you could join us again.
So last time we were talking about all these crazy predictions about the future of online income.
Right, all kinds of stuff.
Niche platforms for freelancers,
Yeah.
digital empires for content creators, NFTs revolutionizing the music industry.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot to take in.
But it's exciting stuff, right?
It is. It's really exciting.
It's really cool to think about all the possibilities that are opening up in the online world.
Totally. But with all this talk about the future, it's easy to get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're still here in 2024. So what are some things that people can do right now to prepare for this future of online income?
Well, first and foremost, I would say embrace continuous learning.
Okay.
The digital world is constantly evolving, so staying curious and adaptable is key.
So it's like we're all lifelong students now.
Exactly. And, it doesn't have to be boring.
Right.
Think of it as an adventure.
Okay.
There are so many online courses, webinars, industry blogs, even just chatting with people in your field.
Yeah. I can see how all of that would be helpful.
It's all about staying ahead of the curve, keeping your skills sharp and your mind open to new ideas.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Start building your online presence today.
Okay.
Whether it's a website, a blog, a social media profile, or even a podcast, it's all about establishing your credibility and creating a platform to share your expertise and connect with your audience.
So it's like building your digital storefront brick by digital brick.
Exactly, you got it.
All right. I'm taking notes.
And don't be afraid to experiment and niche down.
Niche down.
Yeah, the beauty of the online world is that it allows for incredible specialization.
Right.
So if you're passionate about something, even if it seems obscure, go for it.
Okay.
You might be surprised to find a thriving community of like-minded people eager to connect and learn from you.
So you're saying embrace your inner weirdo and let your freak flag fly.
Exactly.
I love it.
The internet is a big place. There's room for everyone.
It's very true. But let's be real for a second.
Okay.
Building a successful online business takes a lot of work.
Of course it does.
It's not all sunshine and
Well,
rainbow.
definitely not. There will be challenges, setbacks, moments when you want to throw your laptop out the window.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
But that's all part of the entrepreneurial journey.
Right.
The key is to cultivate a growth mindset, be persistent, and never stop learning and adapting.
Easier said than done sometimes.
True, but it's so important.
Okay. I hear you. Mindset is everything.
It really is. If you believe in yourself and your vision and you're willing to put in the work, you can achieve amazing things.
And remember, you don't have to go it alone.
That's right. There are tons of online communities, mastermind groups, even good old-fashioned networking events where you can connect with people who get it, who are on the same journey as you.
So it's like we're all in this together.
Exactly. We're all just trying to figure this whole online thing out and hopefully build something meaningful along the way.
Well, that's actually pretty comforting to know.
It is. There's a real sense of community in the online world.
I agree. And that's something that I think is often overlooked.
I agree with you.
People think of the internet as this cold, impersonal place,
Right.
but it's really not. It's full of people who are passionate about their work and eager to connect with others.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
Okay, so we've talked about the trends, the challenges, the importance of community, and having the right mindset. But let's zoom in on our listener for a second.
Right.
What's the one thing you want them to take away from this deep dive?
That's a good question. I think I want them to feel empowered.
Empowered.
Empowered to take control of their own financial future, empowered to pursue their passions and turn them into profitable ventures, and empowered to embrace the incredible opportunities that the online world has to offer.
I love that feeling empowered is a great place to start.
It is.
But before we wrap up this epic journey through the future of online income,
Yeah.
I have one last question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
And this one's a bit of a time travel paradox.
Ooh, intrigued. Hit me with it.
If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, someone just starting out on their online journey, what would it be?
Wow, that's a tough one. Let me think about that for a second.
Take your time.
Okay. I think I'd tell my younger self to focus on building authentic connections.
Authentic connection.
Yeah, the online world can feel vast and impersonal sometimes, but at its core, it's all about human connections.
Wow.
So build genuine relationships with your audience, collaborators, mentors. Those connections will be invaluable as you navigate the ups and downs of your online journey.
That's such great advice. It's so easy to get caught up in the numbers and algorithms.
It is, but at the end of the day, it's those human connections that matter most.
Couldn't agree more.
And, those connections can lead to all sorts of amazing opportunities.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Collaborations, partnerships, mentorships, even friendships.
It's all about building those relationships.
It is, and those relationships will not only help you grow your business, but they'll also make the journey a lot more enjoyable.
Well said.
Yeah.
I think we've officially reached peak inspiration levels for today.
I concur. I think it's time to give our listeners some space to process all this incredible information and start dreaming up their own online success stories.
Agreed. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the rise of freelancing and niche markets to the power of AI and the importance of community.
We have.
But this is just the beginning of the conversation.
There's so much more to explore, to learn, to create.
It's exactly. The future of online income is a dynamic, ever-evolving landscape, and we're all invited to participate in shaping it. So what are you waiting for? Get out there, embrace the possibilities, and start building your digital dreams. And remember, we're here to support you every step of the way. Okay, so we're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into the future of online income.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey so far.
It has. We've covered a lot of ground, but there's one thing I want to circle back to before we sign off.
What's that?
Continuous learning.
Right. Yeah.
You mentioned it earlier, and I think it's super important, but it's also kind of overwhelming.
It can be, yeah.
I mean, there's so much information out there, so many different platforms and resources. So where do we even begin?
Well, it's all about being strategic about it.
Okay, how so?
Well, one of
Yeah.
the best ways to stay ahead of the curve is by tapping into the vast world of online courses.
Long courses, yeah, those are everywhere these days.
They are, and for good reason.
Okay, but are they really worth it?
Oh, absolutely, especially if you're looking to learn a new skill or brush up on an existing one.
Okay, so which platforms would you recommend?
Well, there are a ton of great ones out there, but some of my personal favorites are Coursera, Udemy, and Skillshare.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah, they're all great. They offer courses on pretty much any topic you can imagine.
So you're saying I could learn everything from coding to marketing to underwater basket weaving, all from the comfort of my own home.
Pretty much, yeah. And the best part is many of these courses are taught by industry experts.
Oh, wow, so you're learning from the best of the best.
Exactly, and they're usually pretty affordable too.
Okay, so online courses are a good place to start. But how do we stay on top of the latest trends and news in the online world?
Ah, that's a great question.
It feels like things are changing so fast.
They are. It's like drinking from a fire hose sometimes.
So how do we keep up?
Well, one way is to subscribe to industry blogs, podcasts, and newsletters.
Okay, so like curate a feed of relevant information.
Exactly. Find a few reputable sources in your niche and make it a habit to check in with them regularly.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah, it's a great way to stay informed about the latest developments, emerging technologies, and shifting consumer behaviors.
It's like having a team of digital scouts out there gathering intel and reporting back to us.
Exactly.
I like it, but sometimes just reading about this stuff isn't enough.
Oh, I agree with you there.
We need to get our hands dirty, right?
Absolutely. The best way to learn is by doing.
So what do you suggest?
Well, start a blog, launch a small online store, play around with different social media platforms.
So just experiment.
Yeah, the more you experiment, the more you'll discover what works for you and what doesn't.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's all about learning by doing, and don't be afraid to fail. Failure is just a part of the process.
Right. It's all part of the learning experience.
Exactly. So embrace it, learn from it, and move on.
Okay, so we've got online courses, industry blogs, and hands-on experimentation. Anything else?
Well, finding mentors and building a support network is also super important.
Oh, yeah. I could see how that would be helpful.
It's crucial, actually. Connecting with other entrepreneurs, creators, and mentors can provide incredible support, guidance, and accountability.
So where do we find these people?
Well, there are tons of online communities, mastermind groups, and even good old-fashioned networking events where you can connect with people who are on a similar path.
So it's like we're building our own digital tribe.
Exactly, a network of people who understand the unique challenges and triumphs of the online world.
I love that. Well, I think we've officially covered all the bases here.
And I think so, too.
We've explored the trends, the tools, the mindset, the importance of continuous learning and building a solid community.
We have. It's been quite a deep dive.
It has, but before we wrap things up, I want to leave our listener with one final thought.
Okay, I'm listening.
The future of online income is bursting with possibilities. It's a dynamic, ever-evolving landscape where creativity, innovation, and genuine human connection reign supreme. So, embrace the unknown, be bold, be curious, and never stop learning. The digital world is your oyster.
That's beautifully said. I couldn't agree more.
And as we navigate this exciting digital frontier, let's remember to support each other, share our knowledge, and celebrate each other's successes.
Absolutely. We're all in this together.
That's a wrap on our deep dive into the future of online income. Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.